Blue should be fine. We'll be good. It's okay. I don't know. Kazan Mimi, what do we do about the candles? Are those okay? Those candles should be okay, right? The way they are? The candles? He wants to think about putting new candles in. Okay, fine. Okay. I don't know why it's there, but okay. It's okay, it's okay. Every once in a while I'll move over there if I need to. Okay. No, it's really okay. That clock's not right. Okay. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos. It's wonderful to see all of you in the synagogue and in streaming land. So we'll begin with a couple of warm-up tunes. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לילה לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לילה לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לילה לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לילה לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב, מנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם. From the Ethiopian community of Addis Ababa. How good it is to be with my brothers. How good it is to be with my sisters. How good it is to be with my family. How good it is to be with community. Hine ma tov umana'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umana'im, shevet achim yachad. How good it is to be with everyone. How good it is to be with everyone. How good it is to be together. How good it is to be at Temple Aliyah Hamakom. Hine ma tov
you feeling?
I feel great. I really do. What a wonderful.
Yeah, it's a little bit
23
anticlimactic.
years.
It's a little bit anticlimactic after last Sunday night, how amazing that was. Was that an amazing night, everybody? But the people that are here tonight are here because they recognize all that you've done for the community, and they want to share this final official Shabbat with you. Give them a hand. Go ahead. And I feel honored, you know that, to have been here with you for this part of it. So let's begin with, are you going to do Shalom Aleichem?
Yeah.
All right, let's rise together, if you will, please. We're going to join together. If you want to put your arm around your neighbor, all right? If you're 11 and you're here and you want to put your arm around a partner, just we'll celebrate together. Here we go.
From my jazz service. Here we go. Lie, lie. Lie, la, la, lie, la, la, lie, la, la, lie, 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 la, la, lie, 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 la, la, lie, la, la, lie, la, la, lie, lie, la, la, lie, lie, lie. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא לוחם לשלום מלאכי השלום מלאכי עליון מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא לי 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 יאי לי 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 ברכוני לשלום מלאכי השלום מלאכי עליון מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שאתכם לשלום מלאכי השלום מלאכי עליון מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא איי די 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 איי די 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 די
You may be seated. Actually, I'm going to share something I've never shared with this group. I've never shared. I'm about to share with you. One of the great gifts that Chazan Stein has is to make me think that I can actually sing. Right? And he's always so encouraging. You know this about him, right? He encourages all the time. So every so often, it only happened a couple times in 23 years, in which he actually, because I can't harmonize at all. Like once, he starts going off, I'm like, I can't stay there. Maybe you're like that as well. And all of a sudden, he'll go off, and I actually, because I'm not paying attention, I'll stay actually on key. And then he'll look at me and go like, So if you ever see him look at me, and he'll go like, oh, maybe sometime.
If he doesn't pay attention to me, he does great.
But that is, the great relationship in 23 years, because he makes us all look better. He's made me look better these 23 years. I'm going to stop singing after tonight. So we're going to page 11, Lechu Neranana. Mm-hmm. And we're in the Siddur, the small of the red books. And if you're at home, if you have the Siddur, you can follow along in any prayer book, actually. But in ours, it is page 11. Hans, please.
All right. I've got to do the African one because that, I'll just never forget standing the first time in Uganda in the synagogue. You look out the window and you see these mountains, these jungle mountains, with long waterfalls, just like you see in the movies. And everyone in that place is singing with some real deep voices, but they're all in harmony. It's as if you were singing with Paul Simon, I guess. I don't know. Here I go. What's that? Or Rabbi Vogel. Lechu neranena l'Adonai nariya litzor yisheinu litzor yisheinu lechu neranena l'Adonai nariya litzor yisheinu litzor yisheinu nikad mafanav litzoda bizmirot nariyalo nikad mafanav litzoda bizmirot nariyalo lechu neranena l'Adonai nariya litzor yisheinu litzor yisheinu 40 שנה אקוט בדור ואומר עם טועה לבבהם 40 שנה אקוט בדור ואומר עם טועה בלבבהם לכו נרננה לאדוני נריע לצור ישענו לצור let me hear just you לכו נרננה לאדוני נריע לצור ישענו לצור ישענו.
Page 16, Or Zarua.
All right, now we're going to do a song written by my son for Or Zarua, and there's a place in here. So I sing, live a life of goodness, you see. Be the righteous one. Okay? You always sing, be the righteous one. That's your part. Okay? Because we're doing Or Zarua, and we talk about tzaddik justice. Here we go. Or Zarua la, la 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 la, la tzaddik. Or Zarua la, la 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 la, la tzaddik. ולيשראל לב שמחה, ולيשראל לב שמחה, ולيשראל לב שמחה. Or Zarua la, la 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 la, la tzaddik. Or Zarua, Or Zarua, Or Zarua la, la 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 la, la tzaddik. ולيשראל שמחה, ולيשראל שמחה, ולيשראל Live a life of goodness, your turn. Be the righteous one. Live a life of kindness. Be the righteous one. Live a life of holiness. Be the righteous one. And let your heart shine out. Or Zarua la, la 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 la, la tzaddik. Or Zarua, Or Zarua la, la 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 la, la tzaddik.
We're going to go to page 13. We just thought we'd shake it up a little bit, the order. So back to page 13 with Shiru Ladonai, sing a song unto God.
Yeah, we ought to do that. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Yalalai, lalai, yalalai, lalai, yalalai, lalai, lalai, lalai. One more time. Yalalai, lalai, yalalai, lalai, yalalai, lalai, lalai.
Page 23, Lecha Dodi will do the first two stanzas. And the last two? What
And
would
the
you like
last
to do?
two. Yeah,
You can do
first two and-
whatever you want tonight. You can do them backwards. You can do, what would you like? Should we do them in the right order?
Whatever. I'll be a surprise. You don't have any idea how many times I have surprised him. This man has such faith in me. Wrongly placed. But, I mean, you say, what are you going to do that? Okay, fine, you'll do that. And he has no idea what I'm going to do.
Not a clue.
Hey, the choir knows, neither do I. Okay, so this next Lecha Dodi that I learned from a recording from, it's actually from the Modager, Hasidim, but actually it was made popular for a lot of people by Debbie Friedman, believe it or not. No, I get these two pages. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Here you always?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm doing the first two. Those I know, but the last two? I don't know from the last two. Okay, here we go. La 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 lecha dodi, ya la 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 likrat kala, la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nikamen, ya la 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 lecha dodi, oh ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat. Shabbat nikavela, Shamor v'zachor v'diborecha, Ishmiyanu el hamayuchad, Adonai echad. Shemo echad, l'shemo tiferet, v'litila. Yalai, yalalai, lechadoni, oh, lalalai, likrat kala. Yalalai, b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nikavela, likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki mekor haberacha. Sof ma'aseh kala. La 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 la, b'nei Shabbat mikabela.
Page 25.
Lecha gdoli likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat mikabla. Lecha gdoli likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat mikabla. Yamin u'shmol tifrotzi, v'rit Adonai taritzi. Al yarish ben parzi v'nismecha v'nagila. Lechaduni likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nikavla. Lechaduni likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nikavla. V'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha uvtzola. Toch emunei am segula, bo'ichala, bo'ichala. Lechaduni likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikavla. Lechaduni likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikavla.
You may be seated. Page 27. Shir LeYom HaShabbat.
Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat. The first paragraph, the first couple of lines is in this song in Hebrew, but the rest is in English. I didn't make a sheet for tonight, I'm sorry. But it's okay. Thank you. Thank you. This is the first song that my daughter-in-law ever sang with me, Jamie. Did you hear Jamie on the concert? She's amazing. And she sings the harmony on this. Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, Tov Lahodot Ladonai. Try it with me. Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, Tov Lahodot Ladonai. Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, Uzamer L'Shimcha Elyon. Sing a song of Shabbat. It's good to sing God's praise. Sing a song of Shabbat. Exalted is God's name. Morning and evening. Benevel v'chinor, benevel v'chinor. On the strings of the harp. On the strings of the harp, we sing unto the Lord. We sing unto the Lord. Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, Hod Ladonai. Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, Uzamer L'Shimcha. Tzadik Tamar Yifrach, the righteous flourish like a palm. Standing right, standing tall, like a cedar in Lebanon. Morning and evening, morning and evening. Benevel v'chinor, on the strings of the harp, we sing to the Lord. Morning and evening, morning and evening. Benevel v'chinor, on the strings of the harp, we sing to the Lord.
Page 39A, we rise together for the Baruch Hu, the official call to prayer.
Lai, lai, lai. La la
seated. We continue to the Hatimah, to the final blessing on page 39A.
חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים.
Page 40, Ahavat Olam.
Believe this. All right. Here we go. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah, mitzvot, chukim umishpatim, otanu lemareta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, v'shochaveinu u'bekumenu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu v'yorech yameinu, u'bahem neged yomam v'layla. Ki hem chayenu v'yorech yameinu, u'bahem neged yomam v'layla. One more time. Ki hem chayenu v'yorech yameinu, u'bahem neged yomam v'layla. Ve'avatecha tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch ata Adonai, Ohei amo Yisrael, Ohev amo Yisrael.
Page 41, Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Echad. Shema, 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 Shema Yisrael. Shema, 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 Shema Yisrael. Yisrael, Adonai Echad. Shema Shema, 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 Shema Yisrael. Shema, 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 Shema. Keep going. Shema, Shema, Shema. Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael. Adonai Echad. Keep going. Shema Yisrael. Adonai Echad. Shema, 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 Shema Yisrael. Shema, 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 Shema Yisrael. Shema Yisrael. Adonai Eloheinu. Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ובהרת בם משבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
We continue silently with the words of the Shema, the next paragraph.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 44, מי כמוך.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בכל, נורא בגילו, עושה פלא. Just you guys. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, נורא תהילו, עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה. זה אלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילו, עושה פלא. ונאמר, יפדה אדוני את יעקב, ויעלו מיד חזק ממנו, מיד חזק ממנו. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילו, עושה פלא. עושה פלא, עושה פלא, ברוך אתה אדוני, God
One of our favorite melodies of prayer for healing. Chazan Mimi, why don't you come up and join Chazan's side? Right? It'd be nice if you would be able to share a piece together, a piece I know that you love as well. This is completely unrehearsed. She had no idea is calling her up. I'll pay for it tomorrow, later. Don't worry about that. But those of you who know, it's the Hashkivenu.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, the prayer for
Yeah.
healing, not Hashkivenu.
Restores our loved ones, heal our people, speedily in our days, and let us say, Amen. God, only you can bring true healing, and so we pray. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei Olei, Amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Shekhinah, restores our loved ones, heal our people, speedily in our day, and let us say,
Like manna from heaven, Kelly just appeared. We're going to continue on the Hashkivenu, page 45.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim. Ushmor Tzeitzenu, Uboenu, L'chaim u'shalom, Be'ata ve'ad olam. Just you guys. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Salenu, Sudat Shalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom V'hamidenu
Page 46, the top, Vishamru.
I used to do this when we did our special, I think, first Friday night of the month when we did Shabbat. It was our different service. What was it called?
Family Shabbat.
Shabbat. And no, there's something else. Maybe I don't know what it was. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. Let's try that together. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. La'asor et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam b'rit olam. Sheshet Yamim Asa Adonai et Hashamayim v'et haaretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et Hashabbat. La'asor et Hashabbat v'dorotam b'rit olam. Shabbat vayinafash. Again, Vayom. Uvayom ha-Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai.
You know, 23 years with this man, we kind of have our own shorthand now. And honestly, that we didn't even plan on doing this in terms of talking about our trade secrets here over 23 years. And so sometimes we'll just look at each other and decide on the spot, just like we're changing something. Right? We'll just take a look at each other, and I'll just go like this, like we're skipping something, you know, right? And then he'll have to guess what I'm going to skip, by the way. And then there's, depending on the time, you know, we're very good on time. So sometimes, this I will share with you. This, I hope it's okay. If not, sure. It's your last Shabbat anyway. Last time we'll be working together. No, you're going to be here for the Chagim, for the high holidays. But so early on, we were being conscious of time in terms of our services. It's important for us, a social contract. We want to finish them on time and make sure to work. And we work together that. If I have to shorten a sermon that I'm giving, whatever happens, we're going to work together to make that happen. But we noticed early on, if Chazan Stein had to watch the clock, his davening was impaired. Right, he would rush it. He would do, right? Something would happen. And so I eventually took his watch away. And said, right, and that was our deal. Early on, I said, I don't want you to have to watch the clock. I said, I want you just to daven from your heart. and to be able to, because that's what we love about him, right? It's from his heart. And when it became artificial and there was a time imposed on him, that kavanah ceased to function in his Chazan style. And so that's been the way that we've done it for 23 years. Every so often, by the way, he'll sort of make up melodies on his own up here. So every so often, Chazan Mimi knows this, he'll start, the Kedusha is our favorite. Where Chazan starts, because there's so many melodies in his head, right? There are just so many melodies that are in there. He'll start one, and then he's going to realize, no, that's not the one. Right? And Chazan Mimi and I know that moment.
You guys look at each other.
Yeah.
You guys look at
We know that moment exactly because we know him so well after all these years. And we just give him that look like, how are you going to get out of this one? But he will. He would always be able to figure out, how am I going to get out? And then he sort of gives us that look like, got it. But the truth of the matter is when you have such a gifted musician and a chazan, to be able to play with the melodies, to be able to create. And I said this on Sunday night, and I mean it. There are a lot of people who try to write Jewish prayers. There are some who do it well, and there's some who don't do it well. Right? When you doesn't feel Jewish anymore, right, it ceases to be a Jewish prayer. It's simply a Hebrew prayer, perhaps, that's just happened to have another melody. But his gift has always been able to infuse a genuine Yiddish Jewish component that feels like it's always Jewish prayer. And when people come in here, they sometimes have a hard time on every third Shabbat, whether it's bluegrass or jazz or country, because they don't get it. They think that it's a performance. What they really don't realize is that it really is Jewish music. What was we didn't plan this at all. What was your most challenging thing to do that I ever asked you to do? Do you have any idea?
Oh, wow. Be quiet.
No. No. Would you say Musaf of Rosh Hashanah?
Musaf of Rosh Hashanah, yeah. Because for me, it's very hard to take the prayers that have so much meaning, so much depth, so much history behind them, and to write something that would do them justice. Yeah. That would do them justice. I really sit with him a really, really long time.
And it comes out of, by the way, simply his music often comes out of a question that I'll ask him. So, for example, when it came to the Musaf service in Rosh Hashanah, what we noticed was after I would finish my sermon, right, what would happen? People started to leave. And we would go into a prayer, right? We'd go into the prayers that people didn't know. If you don't know the Musaf part, Bob, you know this. They have 10 verses from Torah, 10 from Nevi'im, 10 from Ktuvim, from writings, and it's really hard to connect. There's a couple of pieces we know. So we noticed they're just leaving. So I said to him, could you write something that's just a little bit more contemporary, that has a feel of Musaf? And he did that, and that's where Vizaharti came from, and a number of our favorite pieces. The ability to think and to understand the words themselves and what they're supposed to convey has truly been your greatest gift. What was you have a favorite piece that you wrote out of all? I know it's a hard one.
That's a very hard. I really love L'Ador of Ador and leading up the Kedusha in the Musaf. But the Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat that I sung.
It's a beautiful one.
I really love that. And the Rifa'enu just came b'shamayim from heaven. It hit me and just came to be, you know.
Yeah. We could talk all night about the 23 years that we've had together, but it really has been a remarkable time. And it was, if you didn't hear on Sunday night, if you weren't here, it was Craig Taubman, who, when we were looking for a cantor, who had been an old friend, who called me up and said, I have your next cantor for you. And I said, I said some like unkind things because I thought he was just pulling my leg. But because that's what Craig does sometimes.
Yes,
but he really did, and that's Chazan Stein who ended up coming here. And visited with your 3 boys.
With
remember
my
that?
3 boys, and unfortunately Kelly had to have an operation on her back. But I came here to the Grammy Awards.
That's right.
Because I was nominated for a Grammy Award. And so I said, well, can you make it this weekend? So Friday night and Saturday, I was in this garb, right? And Saturday night to Sunday night, I was, hanging with my musician friends. Then I came in Monday morning to teach, so I had to be okay. I had to be okay for that.
Well, it's been a wonderful time. He's still going to be around for for Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. We're going to see him throughout the year as well. But I know you're all here tonight because it feels special that this final Shabbat, as we transition, by the way, not only with Chazan Stein, but from Temple Aliyah, at the stroke of midnight tonight, we become Hamakom, the place to be. So we are going to, let's continue, Haz, on page 46 with the Hatzi Kaddish. This melody was not an inspiration, but where did this come from?
This came from a small little group from the 60s called the Beatles. There are places I remember, right? What's it called? Liverpool. In my life. So the Kaddish is very much connected to this idea of people's lives and losing someone. And so this song, in my life, I thought it really went really beautifully with the Hatzi Kaddish. And I would say in my life, you are all been so very special to me, just so amazingly special. Yitkada v'yitkadash Shemei Rabba ve'alma divra chirutei ve'yamli malchutei v'chayechon u've'yomeichon ובחיי דחו בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן יהי שמי רבם מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתבורך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. I used to be able to sing it higher when I was younger.
Page 47, we're going to rise together, the silent Amidah. We will do a Kavanah meditation, getting us in there, Adonai Svatai.
Na 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 Say Shalom Ra al Yisrael Amcha V'Yakol Yoshvei Tevel Shalom Ra al Yisrael Amcha Tasi Le'olam Shalom Rav HaYisrael Amcha Ve'Yakol Yoshvei Tevel Shalom Rav HaYisrael Amcha Tasi Le'olam Ki Atahu Melech Adon Lecho Tahu melech Adon, lecho hashalom, shalom rav, Yisrael ve'Yakol Yoshvei Tevel, shalom rav, Yisrael tazim le'olam, v'tov be'einecha levarech. As I was thinking of that, I have to say, Rabbi, thank you so much, and our community, for allowing me to take all of the music that I learned, all of the places that I played all over the world, and compact that and make it into create it into something so meaningful to me, and I hope to others.
It's the beauty of this community that allowed you and just could celebrate Jewish life and prayer with.
I would have sung something like that in a bar somewhere. But not with the same intention, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I got a chance to sing about peace in playing a blues like this that I came up with in my head, and I'm able to do it here with this congregation. It's just a real blessing.
Yeah. I was thinking Kusevitz, he could never yodel, so like you... Kaddish Shalem, page 54. Amen.
Yitborach v'yidavach v'yidbar v'tumamina sevi yitadar v'yitalev y'italal shemed shah brichu la'ela min kabata v'shirata v'shpachata v'nechamata damiran v'alma v'yimmeru amen titkabal tzaluton v'udhon chubeit Yisrael kodom avahundi v'shemaya v'yimmeru amen yehi shalama rabba min shemayo v'chayim le'il kol Yisrael v'yimmeru amen Say shalom bimramav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimeru, amen.
We rise for Aleinu, page 56.
Now here's something we got to know about Chazan Mimi and me. Come on, Mimi. Mimi has Aleinu duty.
This has been our joke for 14-ish years.
when it's time for Aleinu.
Are you playing it? Or?
Yeah, I'll play it.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol. D, right? Ated gedula leotzer breshit shelo asanu ki goyei ha'aratzot velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu kechoham honam va'anachnu koreim u'mishachim odim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu notes shamayim ve'yoser haaretz u'moshav yekarov b'shamayim ima'av u'shkinat tuzo b'godei meromim hu Eloheinu eino emet malkeinu efezilato kakatu b'torato v'yadata hayom v'hashemota elevavecha ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim בשמיים ממעל והארץ מתחת אין עוד על כן נקבע לך Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai v'melech al haaretz v'yom ha'hu yeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad.
You may be seated. At this time of memorial, we're cognizant of the bereavement in our community of Frances Cohen, the mother of Patty Samuels and David. Patty's mother passed away yesterday. The funeral is set for Sunday morning, 9 a.m. At Mount Sinai, Hollywood Hills, and our thoughts are with the Samuels family. If we're going to allow anybody to stand in a moment for Kaddish, but first we're going to acknowledge anybody who's here for a yahrzeit, in particular the yearly anniversary of the passing, reciting Kaddish. Steve, this is your opportunity to stand up. Right? You're reciting Kaddish tonight for who? They were your? Yes. Remember them? Okay. Who else? Yahrzeit? Your mom? Okay. All right. Anybody else with the yahrzeit? See if you can remain standing. All right. Anybody else who is reciting Kaddish, is still in the period of mourning, or otherwise has need or desire to recite the Kaddish, you're invited to rise. And those of you at home, if you are reciting the Kaddish, we invite you to rise, and we are your sacred community, your minyan, to recite these words of affirmation and of memory. Those who are reciting the Kaddish join together. We page, by the way, 58, page 58 for the mourner's Kaddish. Yit gadal kadash shemei rabba amen. Be'alma divrach yerutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon v'yomechon chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagalav v'zman kariv yimeru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam u'me'el maya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal. Shemei dekudasha brichu. Eila min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiran v'yalma v'meru amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya. V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'meru Amen. Aseh Shalom B'mroma Hu Yaseh Shalom. Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'meru Amen. May God who establishes peace in the heavens grant peace and harmony for us, fellow of Israel and all of humanity, as we say, Amen. You may be seated. Debbie Strom, where are you? You're somewhere. There you are. Our president, the final day as the final president of Temple Aliyah. Not that I want to make any bigger a deal, Debbie. Okay. Go ahead. Just bring that microphone down, yeah.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom. And welcome to everyone who's joined us this evening here in the sanctuary or online. I want to thank Rabbi Vogel and for the last time, Hassan Stein, for leading this evening's service. Okay, and then I have some announcements on services coming up, so you'll want to listen to the times because they're a little bit different from what you're used to. So tomorrow morning at 9:45, we're back here in the sanctuary for our regular Shabbat morning service, and that will be one of the start times going forward. Next Friday...
Did you say services no longer start at 10 o'clock on Shabbat morning?
I think that's what I'm saying, yes.
Okay, there's 9:45, just making sure.
All right, next Friday evening at 6 o'clock, it is Summer Shul, Patriotic Shabbat. Okay, now here's the bigger change. Next Shabbat morning, that's next week on Saturday, we have 2 minions in the morning for services. We have the Shira minion, which will be without instruments. No, I'm sorry. Let me try that again. I think I have these backwards. Shira minion in the sanctuary? Yes, it will. Okay. Sorry. I was not prepared for this. Okay, the Shira minion without instruments will meet in the sanctuary at 9:30. The Neshama minion, which is the service that we are used to on Saturdays, will be at 9:45 in the chapel. So tomorrow, like usual, only start time at 9:45. Next week, Saturday, choice of 2 different services, and we will all be together here in the sanctuary for the Torah service next week as well. So if that's confusing, go ahead and ask us, and there will be an email explaining this next week too. All right, and I've also been asked to tell you to save the date. July 21st will be Shabbat Under the Stars. That will take place here, and it's a bring your own dairy dinner starting at 5:45 and services at 6:30. So as I said last week, for 2 years I've had the opportunity to stand up here and say thank you for being a part of Aliyah's story. So again, I say thank you for being a part of Aliyah's story. The story is not over. We are moving on to the next chapter, and welcome to Hamakom, the place for all of us.
Thank you, Debbie. There you go. By the way, I will just explain a little bit so you'll know, we want you to get used to this, is that every month, in order to create a sense of parity, the services will be switching from the Curlin Family Chapel to the sanctuary. So 1 month, the Shira Minyan, the non-instrumental service will be here, and the Neshama service, which is instrumental, will be in the chapel, as it will be for the remainder of July. And then next month, we're going to switch. We're going to go back and forth for the year that we're sort of working this out together before we end up on the North Campus together. And then we're experimenting this summer being together for the Torah service. So we're going to time it right. And so the chapel service will come into sanctuary, and we're going to join together for the Torah service. We're experimenting. Yes, you have a question. I will be doing the Neshama service. Well, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. So, there will be people back and forth in different services, but we hope that it won't just be the service that I will be doing or that Rabbi Cameras or that Rabbi Mendelson will be doing. We hope people are going to go back and forth in terms of it, but you'll get to see, it will not diminish the times that I or Rabbi Cameras are here on a Shabbat, and we'll be in those services, and we'll be able to share with you together. We will, we're going to get to learn this. We're going to go along. I see a lot of faces like, how is that going to work? We're not quite sure. And so we're going to, Right? And I'm looking at Beth and Steve and others who are very, very involved with this. Look, we are going to work this out. It's like we're getting married and learning how to be together. And like you learn every day something new about each other. So that's the exciting part to be able to share together. I just do want to also acknowledge one of the family with one of the newest ordained rabbis of the conservative movement, Sarah Lynn and Paul Levin, their son, right? Aaron, who is ordained to JTS. And he's coming back to... They're back in Los Angeles, and so we're very excited. No one is more excited than Paul and Sarah Lynn that their son and daughter-in-law are now back in Los Angeles. The what? Nefesh. He's working, right? And so we look forward to having him in the rabbinic community here in Los Angeles. So much going on and so much excitement we look forward to sharing with you. Did we miss anything? There's a lot going on.
It's very exciting, and it'll become normal after a while.
Absolutely.
Just have to go with it for a bit, but it's going to be amazing.
What are we going to finish up with tonight?
I see some of the kids who were in my choir, like here, and I want to do Adon Olam to the Rock Around the Clock, and they have to come up and dance.
All right, Zoe, come on.
Come on. Come
All
on.
right.
Come on. Hello.
Who's there?
Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, everybody get up and dance.
Let's rise
not
together. Here we go.
embarrass
Come on. Let Zoe help out there.
Come on. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nira L'Nasa V'Chesed Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nira Ba 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 Ve'acharei Kiflot HaKol Levado Imaloch Nora והוא אחד ואין שני להמשיל לו להחמירה בלי ריש. Anybody who is a choir mom has to come up and dance. והוא אלי וחי גואלי וצור חבלי ויצרה והוא ניסי ומענוס לי מנת כוסי ויום אקרא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא ביעדו אף קיד רוחי ואת אישה ועירה ועם רוחי גביעתי אדוני ליב אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא I said אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא I said אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא All right, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Hey. Shabbat Shabbat Shabbat